Cavecast, the uncensored show for nerds of all kinds.
We did listen to The Summoning. I know we've explained this a lot, but just for any new people, is that, we heard The Summoning on Riker Road and it didn't hit us right. It was, we didn't have the lyrics.
Yeah. Right.
It was definitely fun, but I know that's a reaction I really haven't watched again.
Me either.
Because I was off that night and things were just, I don't even remember what was happening, but I know that it was just not a good night in general. And I was like, now we're going to do this new band and I don't know anything about them,
Same.
So it was that type of thing.
It was definitely the lyrics not being there for us, and people, they weren't trying to keep it a secret, but I understand they were trying to let us figure it out on our own, if you will. We had really no context. We had no idea of like a lore. Mm-hmm. We had no idea of, several different sides of a coin that we could be dealing with and things, mental health, all of the stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it didn't hit us. But at the same time, it did, because I argue, while I think we both had the same almost mentality, was all of the sounds and things that we heard leading up to the end were still great. We didn't understand, though, what we were hearing, and I think that was a huge disadvantage.
Very much, yeah. Yeah.
Because Sleep Token is not, I don't want to say it's specific, but when you don't have any type of understanding, being thrown into the summoning until you get to the end, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Right.
And it's almost off-putting, because that there's a lot going on, but I didn't understand why.
I think that I don't know if you relate to this too, but I kind of had this mentality of, why do I need to care about this?
Correct.
And I think that it's even hearing that they, had lore and different things. Cause there were tons of comments on that video. Again, I've not looked at it in God knows how long, but it was this thing of it's like Sleep Token, they've got lore. And I was like, okay, cool. It's some nerd thing or whatever, which, by the way, I'm all for, but it was kind of I was so exhausted then when we were reacting that I was just I don't fucking care. I just want to survive. I want to get this reaction done. I want to, I want to survive till tomorrow, that kind of thing. And I think that when people watch our reactions, is that there are times that is very present, throughout our 1,000 videos we've done. Not all of them are going to be winners with that, so it's that thing of, we've done a lot of content, but the thing is that as we started to move forward with, kind of things evening out and doing reactions more and more, with Sleep Token, was that the next one that we did was Take Me Back to Eden.
Correct.
And we had the lyrics up. We kind of looked at the error of our ways, and we're like, you know what? We did not give them a good enough chance the first time. Let's see what this is really about. Yep. Let's see what's going on. And that reaction is one that I have watched a lot, because, dude, it's you can see it in us both, where it's the, oh my God, I get it. I finally understand.
I don't rewatch our reactions.
See, I typically don't either.
I edit them, and for the most part, for a while when we first started, just to kind of keep an eye on things, and I worried about how I looked or how we sounded or how something looked, I would watch, but anymore, I really don't. So that's interesting. So you're saying that we had that moment of we understand it now.
Well, I think it was purely from a music perspective.
Sure.
Where it was, because again, we didn't know everything that we know now, and again, the majority of what we know now could be incorrect, and even everything that we talk about tonight, is all theories.
I'm still going with the path I was on, because I've had some new theories pop up too.